E.T. God.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Nintendo Switch finally adds Bluetooth audio, and Nintendo 64 Classics may be coming soon to the console.
Let me start.
All right, so let's get down to what I thought was impossible.
To this, I say, so what? No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
Well, of course.
The hatred.
Damn, there it
The
goes.
hatred.
Starting off the right way.
Yeah. So, what we were unaware of was that Nintendo can actually just add Bluetooth compatibility with an update
I'm not.
for the software. An update. So this is 4 years into the system,
Yeah.
and an update brings Bluetooth, which everyone's been asking for, Bluetooth audio.
Yes.
What's up with that?
I was aware of that. I was aware of it because I've seen teardowns of the Switch, and I watch a lot of like repair videos, and they've gone through the hardware, and they're like, yeah, this has Bluetooth. It has a Bluetooth receiver. It has Bluetooth.
Well, apparently, it must have the cheapest Bluetooth receiver because it obviously was there for the controllers,
Yeah.
and it was enough to handle 4 controllers, right?
Mhm.
And no audio.
8,
Right.
actually.
You know, 8 Bluetooth.
Yes, you're right.
The Joy-Con, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
Yeah, if you can play, if you
that's like
play,
those
you
are
play
fake.
Smash
Those are
Ultimate.
fake 2 controllers. This is 1 controller.
Yo.
And 8-player Smash, yes. That's true.
Yeah. Okay, but when they added the audio to it, they said it can only do 2 Bluetooth controllers after that. So obviously, it's using too much whatever it is bandwidth or whatever for the audio. So that's why they probably didn't add it until they figured out some mathematical complex way to do it without hindering all the controllers.
Yeah.
So it was there, but they couldn't do it until they figured out, okay, at least you could play 2 players.
Nah, it's until the Switch OLED.
the OLED.
Oh,
Because of the
it's not,
freaking
it's
sound.
not
Remember
confirmed
they-
that there's Bluetooth in that.
Well, they
Yo, could you
emphasized. You
imagine,
know what
dude?
got me thinking
Oh
when
my
I saw the
God.
OLED? I thought it was gonna have Bluetooth audio because they emphasized the sound. They were like, extra sound or whatever.
Speakers are better, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Why would you
oh.
need Bluetooth with the speakers?
Yeah, I'm like, so I was like, oh, any second now they're gonna announce Bluetooth, and then they didn't announce it. And I'm like, no, wait.
Apparently, they don't think it's a big deal.
Well, they
Nah.
do now because they added it, so
It doesn't support mics. It doesn't support mics.
that's fine.
So they just don't want kids to talk to strangers.
You know
they
what?
really don't.
You know what really happened though?
Which is fine.
They announced it because Al didn't put it on his predictions for this year.
Yeah.
The 1 year he doesn't
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
on his predictions, they actually
Yeah.
announced it.
2
Because
years-
2 years in a
2
row,
years
you
in a
said
row,
this was going to
dude.
happen, and it didn't happen.
I was like, Nintendo's
you put it
gonna
on your
add
prediction?
Bluetooth audio 2 years in a row. That didn't happen. Then fucking year, I didn't even predict it.
That's like them announcing
happened.
GTA 6 because nobody put it on
Watch.
their predictions.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's only
Well,
so
that
many
was-
times. There's only so many times you can put it on your
Oh,
predictions.
watch.
Yeah, you're right.
We're 4 years in. You think it's impossible
Yeah.
now?
I'd be like,
who
man.
does this?
Yeah.
Who does this?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Pretty crazy.
Well, the other news that they had was let me get to this report here real quick. Nintendo.
Oh, sorry.
No, I meant really actually quick. Nintendo 64 Classics. So, if you saw our show, what was it last week?
It was last
We reported
Yeah.
the Game Boy titles, right? Or was it the week before? It was recently. So now they're saying Nintendo 64 can also be added to that.
Yeah.
Now
Which one's it going to be?
it can be both, but they're saying that if they do, the rumor is that they're gonna add Nintendo 64 and Game Boy, and they're gonna up the subscription to a premium base if you want these also.
I'm okay with that.
I am too.
It's only $20
Yeah.
right now, so
Right.
whatever.
I'm okay with that.
Nah, I'm cheap.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Nah, cheap.
They said,
Nah, you
well,
spoiled, man. You spoiled.
the rumor is it'll be maybe $30, $25, something like that. Nothing crazy.
I'm okay with that.
It's
Something
still
like
way
that.
cheaper than the other
10 to
systems.
Yeah,
$15
Okay.
more probably for the year, not even per
That's
month.
competitive.
Yeah, I mean, would I pay extra for it? No, not for Nintendo 64.
I've never been crazy about that. A lot of people rave about that N64. That was not, to me, one of my favorite
No, if
If
systems.
they
Same
got
here.
no mercy and they're not going
That's
to,
what I'm saying.
I would do it.
See,
they're
that's
not
what-
gonna have that.
That's
I
the
know-
only
I
shit
know
we
that.
played was
had
WCW
5
Revenge,
games, 5
WrestleMania
games.
2000.
Literally the only games I ever played
every
on N64.
every single wrestling game.
I didn't play
had on
Super
there.
Mario 64. I didn't play
No.
none of that.
It was good, but we didn't own it though. We didn't own Mario
I
64.
own Mario 64
You did?
late in this console life. I borrowed it from Big John, and then before the GameCube came out, I bought Mario 64.
I
Actually, Chase Red mentioned Goman. Goman, they had a pretty dope one on there, the 3D
They
one.
had two. They
not
had
gonna
two
be
Goman
there.
games.
It's not gonna be
the
there.
first
Everything
one
that we
was
like, pretty much.
The 2-player game was good.
Yeah, that was actually
that was a
pretty
sequel.
fun.
The side scroll that was good.
You're gonna get Mario and Zelda.
And the first and the first
No,
Smash
no.
was on.
No,
The first Smash was
Brothers.
on N64.
Yes,
right?
it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I played that.
Yep.
they could do Donkey Kong. They're not gonna put Smash Brothers.
You
No,
don't think so?
no, hell no.
No.
First, hell no.
They
No,
may.
no, they're not gonna do
They
that.
wouldn't do that.
Not for free. No.
They're gonna just
No, they'll put on there for
They're just-
$49.99.
they're just gonna cease and desist on the tournaments with it.
Exactly. You'll be able to play Smash 64, but you're not going to be able. You can't play it online. So
Yeah,
there's nothing
exactly.
wrong with having it as part of the collection on the
Right.
Switch.
2 years down the line, they might put Sin and Punishment or something like that.
Yeah.
Not Mission Makers. they won't. They won't do that.
I actually I got one this year for the first time. I never owned an N64, and I just bought one.
It's very lackluster.
year.
I mean, I'm sorry. I know, but
I don't apologize. No,
it's-
let's keep this bashing going. Let's go.
There's people that grew up with it. And they
Nintendo
love it, so.
64, if you grew up with it, is obviously great. But if you didn't and you passed up on it and you had other systems
Right.
and you're just now going back to it, it's a
Right.
very lackluster system to go back to because Nintendo has released very much better titles. I mean,
Right.
obviously, Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, everyone's
Refined.
already either played it or you played the better versions of it.
Refined.
So there's either different versions, better, like, except for maybe F-Zero. But
F-Zero was I like
GameCube one.
GameCube
GameCube
was
the
fire.
game, there's a GameCube one too. So yeah, they just upgraded all those titles over and
Yep.
over and over and over and over.
Right.
So you don't want to go back to just that one.
Yeah.
And it's very blocky and foggy. But I'm not taking anything away from Nintendo 64. I mean, a lot of people are excited that it's coming to the system. But
Wrestling games,
I want to
man.
know what you're excited about on it. What do you want them to have on the system that'll make you say, "Oh, I'm going to pay this extra. I have to get this."
Oh, wait.
Pokemon, I'm
I
sorry.
remember we played.
That's what Game Boy's
what did
for.
we play, Kev? Which Gauntlet? There was a Gauntlet on there.
Legends.
That's
Legends.
Oh, no, hold on. Was Gauntlet
Isn't it
Legends?
64?
There's two. And Gauntlet Dark.
That's when it went
Legacy.
3D. It's when it went 3D.
Yeah, there was two of them on there.
Yeah.
Dark Legacy was dope, right?
They had I think they had. Well, hold on. We had Legends on Dreamcast. I think played, and then Dark Legacy.
I'm talking about the first 3D one.
Yeah, that's
That-
Legends.
that's Legends,
That's
okay.
Legends. Yeah.
Well, whatever it is, it ain't gonna be on there.
and I guarantee it doesn't hold up.
No, that probably,
I'll tell you that right now. I don't want to see. I want to remember the good memories of it,
good, though.
and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it right now.
You just
I
want to
don't.
remember the fun that you had.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. The PS4 one is probably the best one I played, or the Genesis for Gauntlet 4 on the Genesis, probably the two best Gauntlet games.
Actually,
But I'm not looking at that
I
again.
just thought of a new podcast topic:
Gauntlet.
games that,
Oh.
that don't hold up, and that do hold up.
Yeah, we can do that.
that's not Bill.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
I've never Chase. I never played Buck Bumble, but it'll be titles. It'll be titles like that that'll get people interested in this stuff because those are very weird titles.
I
that
like the
a
way
lot
you
of people
pronounce
haven't
that.
heard. Well, I mean that's what it
I like the way you pronounce it very safe because you have to
Oh, yeah.
enunciate everything. You can't like stutter that word.
Bumble.
Butt Bumble,
Butt
exactly.
Bumble.
Butt Bubble. That's a different game.
Butt bubble.
It's going to be awesome.
Hey.
You're going to be able to play
You don't wanna stutter
N64 games.
That's only on the 3DO.
Damn.
You're going to be able to play N64 games in Bluetooth audio on the Switch. That's great.
Yeah.
2 players. I mean, you have to play 4-player wrestling anyway on there.
I mean, it remains to be seen what titles they're going to have on there.
Apparently, they're going to
To
have
make
it on there though, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen during the direct, probably tomorrow. So if you're watching live, it's
Yeah.
tomorrow. Of course, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's after the
Yeah.
podcast.
New Smash character announced.
No, don't worry about that.
You mean
Don't worry about
last?
that. Yeah,
Well,
the last.
the
It's
last.
over. That news is over. It's over.
Sakurai.
They're taking too long to announce that Smash.
A lot of channels are going to be canceled because this is it. There's
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah, that's it.
There's no more footage.
But I mean, listen, they finally got Bluetooth. I know if you probably didn't buy a headset that you just plug in. I mean, 4 years in, I don't know if you're still waiting. But are you
I was
surprised?
waiting, man.
Are you surprised though?
I was not buying the dongle. I'm very surprised that it had Bluetooth because there's so many third-party dongles that came out in the last.
You don't like the dongle?
No.
You're an iPhone guy.
So many-
You're an iPhone guy. You gotta love the dongle.
So many third-party dongles that came out, and now those companies like, really, Nintendo? Really? You're gonna kill our sales with this? But I like the simplicity. Ever since the Switch came out, I was like, this thing should have had Bluetooth audio since the jump.
I'm just
So-
shocked they could have added it.
and it
somehow.
works really great.
I do have my gripes.
It
with
works
though.
great.
I do have my gripes with it. It doesn't automatically connect to my I have to go into the menu and
You're so lazy.
manually connect it every time.
After
I
you-
use my headphones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Every
Every time.
do you have AirPods?
No, man.
Well, that's the problem.
no.
I have AirPods. I put them in, and I usually don't have to reconnect them. It usually
No,
does
it's
automatically.
connected to the switch. It's just I have to.
You have to
like,
select it to connect
in
it.
the settings. you have to
Bluetooth
go into-
audio.
Yes.
I usually don't. I
Well, do you
sometimes have
put-
to do it.
Are you
with
playing
AirPods.
it portably or are you playing it locally?
Poorly.
Well, the
And you don't
reason
have to
why
connect
people like this
Sometimes I do.
is
but
because
not all
when
the
it's
time.
when it's far away when you play it at home,
Mhm.
they like to have Bluetooth headsets on because the wire
Yes.
isn't that far away. If you have it in your hand, obviously you can just plug it in. It's not a
Right.
big deal.
Mhm.
So this is why people are excited that Bluetooth is finally came in. So everybody, let us know if you're excited about Bluetooth finally happening and if Nintendo 64 and Game Boy will like tempt you to pay more if that's the deal.